Didn't expect to go for this movie, but with all the hype that this movie is getting, plus Mr. Joju George first directorial debut, you gotta give it a shot. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Buddies and Blockbuster. I'm your host, AJ, and we're here to review Pani. Just watched this movie, just came back a couple of minutes ago. To be told, had a blast. This was a good time. My initial reaction is, Joju Sir, great job. For it to be your first directorial debut, whether it's the shots and moving from one scene to the other, and the getting that emotions and the essence of the movie and the storyline of sequences, that's exactly what I was expecting, and that's exactly what he delivered. Great job. And it's funny to see Joju's rise, because I have a short kind of mini story back in the day when I was in India, and when Joju was initially getting his way into the Malayalam industry. I had the opportunity of being in the same car with him. Myself and my aunt, we were going to Kerala, and because of some accident or some breakdown, we needed a ride. And my aunt and my mom knew like a friend, and these folks were going in a car to Kerala as well. And Joju was in the car, and they were going to give us a ride to Kerala. He was a funny guy back then as well. Like, he was really funny, really welcoming, having conversations and stuff like that. I was like a kid. It was so good to meet him then, and it's so good to see him rise to where he is right now. From his extreme movie success, he's being a lead actor, but now he's going to being a director and in that segment. So I'm just happy to see that. I'm pretty sure he's too big now. He's not going to remember this random guy. Aside from the director stuff, which is great, I've got to give a shout out to Sagar Surya and Junaiz. They are the two antagonists of this movie, and they killed it. Especially Sagar Surya. He's done a great job in showcasing the psychotic behavior in this movie. And the main piece, and everybody's talking about this, is like these two folks have done a great job in their acting skills and the way how they transition from one mood to the other. It's that back and forth is next level. I'm confident, like Sagar, at least he's gonna have a lot of other movie offers and stuff, because what he did and what the two of them did is they made me hate them. I hated these guys because of the stuff that they do, and that's always a great job for an actor or an actress. You want that. That's your result. You want the audience to freaking hate you because you're the antagonist, you're the bad guy. You need to do stuff that I was boiling up, man, because acts and the stuff that they do in the movie, it gets you really angry, it gets you frustrated and stuff like that. It's heinous. It's a few things that they do which I'm not going to reveal. If they do something that way with my folks, I'm going to beat the shit out of them. So great job. I just love the fact that these young folks are bringing that A game to this movie, and they stole the show there. In terms of storyline, I think it was definitely unique because we have Joju, he's Giri, he's a gangster, but a corporate gangster. He has his shit together, worked through his way, he's rich now, he has a lot of influence. He has this gang with his friends as well as brother-in-law. They are a tight-knit family, really rich because they've been working hard, they have this flow of things, and because they have a lot of influence across the board, things go their way for the most part, right? They own Thrissur. All of this is taking place in Thrissur. Beautiful place. The shots that they've had in this whole movie has been great. Keep that in mind. Where Giri is, keep where Joji's team is. They're here, right? That's when these folks, out of nowhere, these guys are nobodies. They're trying to be the next Dons. They're trying to be this next Gunda gang where they can make the name for themselves. But they're also a bit psychotic. And they carry out their business, which leads into multiple issues and problems. And it kind of dwells into Joju's world, and how their act destroys this guy's world is basically the movie. Because the one lesson here, usually when you have somebody, gangster or Gunda, who's up top, who has everything together, you don't have to worry about anything. You can basically kill these two guys, you're done, right? But this movie showcases no matter how big you are, no matter how much influence you have, two random people, nothing to lose, who is a bit crazy, can crumble your whole system. And that the way how that piece and that storyline is what is unique, and that's something that I like. I wouldn't want to reveal what exactly that they do. All I'm gonna say is the stuff that they do to Joju and the back and forth that they have is just so hateful, so heinous. You would never wish that upon someone. And aside from the two antagonists, Sagar and Junaiz, stealing the show, they have, just being honest, they have the most screen time compared to Joju, right? But Joju's character, and this is something that he does very well. Yeah, I've noticed this in all his movies, like Joseph. The emotional scenes when he is depressed, when he's sad, that face and the way how he showcases that in his face you feel that you get connected to his emotions. That is so good. He's mastered that art. And I really like the fact that he always does that in these scenes and it always gets you. Outside of that, the one piece that I'm hearing in this hype train with all the reels and stuff was the climax. Now, I don't want you guys to expect, oh, there's a lot of twists, turns, and stuff like that. This climax is a satisfactory climax. This is what you want to happen. And it's so good. And the way how it's carried out that's unique. I've not seen that before. The way how it's carried out, it's brilliant. It's like it blew my mind. The other piece that I need to mention, I'm a car freak. I love cars. I have a sports car myself. This movie had the best cars. I mean, from Beamers, BMWs, Defender, had a Lexus there. Good Lord, Jojo, you went all out, man. So it's a great job in that. I had a good time. It was freaking much better than the Bollywood movies that I watched. If you know what I mean, you all should watch my Singham Again movie review. I would much rather have gone for this thing than that. But yeah, guys, I welcome Joju's directorial debut. He's done a great job in showcasing storyline sequences and the way how the acting skills of the two antagonists is portrayed. That's the selling point of this movie. And of course, it closes out with this climax, which is unique. And that's something that you need to watch. If you're a Joju fan, you're going to love his presence and those elevations. There's a couple of BGM components that's included, which would get you because you want him to get his hands on these antagonists. That's pulled off in the best way. I would be more in the 3.5 range for this movie because I had a good time. I'm looking forward to more movies that Joju will direct because I really like what he's bringing to the table. So great job, Joju sir. Much love from Texas. But for the folks who watched Pani, what did you guys like? Did you love it as much as I did? What stood out for you? Put in the comments. And as always, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and share.